1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, my name is Michael de Miranda. Welcome to this tutorial about timbales in Bossa Nova. And when you read this title, I can imagine that you think, why a lesson about timbales in Bossa Nova? Because timbales is a typical salsa instrument and has really not much to do with Bossa Nova, which is from Brazil. Well, perhaps you can imagine the next situation. You play in a salsa band and you have a gig at a private party, let's say a wedding. So when the guests are arriving, you are asked to play with your band and you start playing the first number, salsa, nice. After the first number, the bride and groom are coming towards you and they say, well, we really like to dance, but the guests, they see each other haven't seen each other for a long time and they are just entering and they really like, to chat, to talk a little bit with each other. So can you play something a little bit in the background and later on salsa because we want to dance. But for the beginning, can you play something easy going? And then you're thinking, well, we have a repertoire with merengue, with Mozambique, son montuno, everything. Then the band leader says, well, let's play some bossa nova, which has nice melodies, easy-going rhythm. And there you are with your timbales. You are the timbalero, and before you know it, you are playing The Girl from Ipanema, Corcovado, One Note Samba, Chega de Saudade, all the bossa novas. Well, here you are with your timbales, and what can you play when you have to play bossa nova? The most easy thing to do is play the bossa nova clave with your left hand and the right hand on the side playing the 16 notes that the drummer normally plays on a hi-hat or a shaker or something. So the clave from the bossa nova is like this. 1, 2, pam, 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 ta, pa, ta, pa, pa, ta, ka, ta, 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 ka, ta. Yeah, so that's the bossa nova clave, a little bit different than the Cuban son clave, but okay, this you can play with your left hand. You can play it here, it's a rim click, but you can also play it, if you have a wood block, you can play it here. So together with the 16 notes, it sounds like this. 1, 2, like this. Together with congas, because you have a conga player and in your salsa or orchestra, and he has to play bossa nova as well. I already did a tutorial about congas in bossa nova, so I will put a link in the description down here so you can see. I just pick one of those rhythms to play with this rhythm on timbales, and together it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay, this is one example that you can play. You can also play with your left hand tambourine patterns. So your right hand stays the same and your left hand is playing tambourine patterns like this. 1, 2, and tam pam pa pam 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 pa dam tam tam ta kan kat 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 kadam pam. First 2 8 notes, pam pam, then 2 16th notes, pam pam ta tam. After the 16th notes, 3 single strokes are coming, but they are all syncopated. So you have pam pam ta tam pam pam pam, all between the beat, and then the last 2 16th notes, bam, bam, da, dum, bam, 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 ba, dum. Of course, you can read it, but in the beat, it sounds like this. Bam, bam, da, gang, 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 ga, dang, dang, dum, da, bam, 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 ba, dum, bam. You can play this on your wood block, and it sounds like this. 1, 2. Yeah, that's a pattern you can use too. Another thing is you can play this pattern from tambourine. You can play it as cascara on your side. So you can play it here, but you can also say, well, let's play it here. Like this. Your left hand, you can play on the hembra the first pseudo pattern. And that's the first note is on the first beat is closed with your fingers. You play it like this. And the second, on the second beat, is open. So just like this. Together with the tambourine pattern, it sounds like this. 1, 2. Together with a conga pattern, it sounds like this. 1, 2. Yeah, so you can play a nice bossa nova too. With the tambourine pattern, I am always a little bit careful because I always listen to the piano player or if you play with guitar, they are playing a lot of times the patterns from the tambourines too in their rhythms. So I always check what kind of patterns they are using, which way do they play this tambourine pattern, so it fits in good and not that it works against each other. So I'm always a little bit careful with this. Another possibility is you have in a normal timbales setup, you have 2 bells, cha-cha bell, mambo bell. You can play patterns from the agogo. So you can play, for instance, a pattern like this. Your left hand, you can still play the same pseudo pattern. So the first beat closed and the second open. Then you have 1, 2. And you can make variations, of course. There are some possibilities that you can use on your timbales when you have to play bossa nova. But I know, of course, this is not a traditional instrument for bossa nova. You can also use different bell patterns. I will put a link in the description too about different agogo patterns. I've done a lesson about what bell patterns you can use in samba, and since bossa nova is a slow tempo samba, you can still use them. Okay, I hope you can use these patterns. Of course, you can make up your own patterns, and when there are solos coming from I don't know which instrument, you always can go to your cymbal and play the tambourine patterns and things there, and you can make nice combinations. Okay, I hope you like this lesson, and I hope you can use it when you are playing in a salsa band and you have to play a bossa nova. Good luck with it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.